Hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews. Well, we have another review. This is something from Sazerac, but Anheuser-Busch is doing it for Sazerac. And
Southern Comfort.
Which I've never had, but you have experience with Southern Comfort.
Yes, I've had Southern Comfort. It's whiskey. The whiskey is sweet cherry vanilla.
It's spiced spirit whiskey. And a spirit whiskey is
sweet cherry vanilla.
Yeah, and this one is called their peach tea. It's 5%. So apparently what happened, Sazerac wanted to make a beer-based canned cocktail, but Anheuser-Busch said, well, we do beer, so we'll do it for you. So they did it. Now there's 3 Southern Comforts. There's Southern Comfort, which is 70 proof. There's the 80 proof black label, and there's a red label 100 proof. I've never had any of the 3. These are the, they're trying to mimic cocktails.
So the can says this is an average analysis. It is 203 calories, which is totally weird. Why 203? 26.6 grams of carbohydrates. We know all it is sugar. And 5% alcohol. St. Louis, Missouri. Questions, call the 1-800, which is actually an 833 number. And it gives Southern Comfort. It says comfortcollection.southerncomfort.com.
Right. It's not listed on Anheuser-Busch website because it's not an Anheuser-Busch product. It's a Sazerac product, but it's made by Anheuser-Busch. And
so it makes sense. I'm reading. It says the refreshing mix of peach flavored tea and iconic Southern Comfort fruit and it says and not and iconic Southern Comfort fruit spice flavors.
Right, so it's supposed to be peach tea. They say that's one of their cocktails.
Well, I mean, Southern tea has always been known as being a sweet tea. So if you go in a restaurant, you know, it's sweet tea, which is loaded with sugar, and some people just run on it all day long. It's got nothing but sugar in it. It's malt beverage, natural flavors, caramel color, and colored with fruit juice.
So they add caramel and fruit juice to color it. Well, at least it's natural flavors.
Yeah. So I've never seen this before in my area.
Okay, I did some scouting. All the stores have these 12 packs for $18.99, but the local store, Food for Less, had it for $8.63. Guess an introductory price. Unfortunately, Food for Less was destroyed by the hurricane. They won't be open for at least 2 months.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh yeah, the whole roof collapsed into the store. The sad thing is they had just renovated the store. They were totally renovated.
It's a good thing businesses have insurance.
Good thing they got insurance.
Then we're going to go ahead and reap the benefit out of higher costs on everything.
Yeah, well,
that's how it works.
It was sad because I was just in that store like a week before the hurricane. I was like, wow, they did a great job with this store, and then destroyed. I can smell the spice already, and I'm way away from the can. And you said Southern Comfort is very spicy. I know Janis Joplin used to drink Southern Comfort like water. Might have been why she left the world at age 27, but
all right. So anyway, color is
dark amber.
Tea color.
Yeah.
It is. Smells sweet. It smells like peach tea. There's no other. I mean, if you ever had peach tea in one of those fancy little bottles that cost you $2.50 or $3, that's what this smells like. It smells like peach tea.
Oh, you mean from like those companies like Coca-Cola or Blast or whatever?
Well, I mean, there's some special brands out there, you know, that only, you know, that are geared toward, you know, folks that don't really care.
Arizona?
No, it's higher than that.
Oh, okay. I don't ever buy those teas. Arnold Palmer. All right.
No, those you can get for 99 cents for a 24-ounce can. I'm talking about the ones with the special wrapper and they're looking all fancy, you know. And
and it's not a plastic bottle; it's a glass bottle.
Yeah, and he used buzzwords to get everyone to buy it and justify the cost intake upgrades.
Yeah. It was definitely spiced in the nose. I'm picking up some kind of spice.
Yeah. Candy spice. That's what. If there's some kind of an allspice for candy, that's what I would call this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got candy. You can smell it, which is probably the sugar. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and taste it, see what it's all about. I kind of feel I know what it's gonna be about.
Hey, well. Ooh.
Got some sweet tea.
A lot of cane sugar.
Yeah,
But it's not corn syrup, it's cane sugar. You can tell it's cane.
yeah. Cane sugars have different sweetness. It's almost like a sweet dulliness, and almost like a.
Confectioner's sugar. Like the,
I wouldn't say that. It's almost like a raw sugar, where the sugar's still got like a little bit of nature still in it, meaning greenness or some kind of.
making me think of that rum that I've got. Anyway.
Yeah. But it hasn't been. It's almost like it's fresh pressed. You know, when they press the cane, and you get that liquid sugar comes out of it. That's almost what it tastes like to me.
Like when we would get it out the cane feel and just like chew on it.
Yeah, you chew on it, you get that kind of like that cellulose or something coming from with it. It's almost like a greenage is
Like grass.
earthiness with grass, right?
Kind of harsh. Not like you're thinking, y'all.
Yeah, that's what cane is. Cane is
A type of grass.
Yeah.
Well, so if you like really sugary sweet tea with some spices, it's not a true whiskey because they're using beer for it. Obviously Budweiser because it's 5%. But I mean, it's fine. I mean, if you want to sit by the pool and drink a flavored malt beverage that tastes like peach tea, they're probably using some peach flavoring. I mean, it's fine. I don't know what people are thinking about this, but that's all the thing right now. Like any store you go to, they got like a whole section big as this room full of flavored stuff, right?
Seltzers, yeah.
Beer,
Everything.
ale.
Everything's going flavor crazy.
Yeah. And I guess people are trying to get diabetes before they turn 60.
Before they turn 40.
Yeah. So I don't know what's behind that.
Some folks that horrible shape. Yeah, a lot younger than me.
I could drink this once or twice a week, but I can never drink it more than that. It was just, it's too. But it's well done for what it is. I'll agree. I'll admit that. I mean, you can go to you can go to the Carousel Bar on Royal Street and pay $9 for a cocktail. It's going to taste more or less like this.
Yeah, this does have almost like a cocktail quality to it.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to
Being
make
the
it.
way it's mixed.
Trying to make it like a canned cocktail.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not made
And
with
out
vodka.
of all the attempts at this type of product, this has got to be one of the best ones I've tasted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I tasted the Jim Beam one, the Jack Daniels one.
Yeah.
And so Southern Comfort, with the name on that, would imply that it's along the lines of their recipes that they would use with their whiskey.
There's a little cherry in it.
Mm-hmm.
And they got the fleur de lis for New Orleans, you know.
Yeah, it's a New Orleans whiskey. I'll give it a 98. I think they did a real good job with it.
98. Wow. And but it's funny because you say 98, but you would never actually like buy it.
I would buy a single every now and then.
Just to let people try it.
Just to try it myself, it would be like a rotation.
Okay, so at this point, it's only being sold in Louisiana, which means New Orleans, and Alabama, which means what? Mobile. They're testing it out. If they're going to go nationwide, I don't know, but you would assume they would. They're just testing it out for 2021. Probably next year in 2022, it'll be all over the country. I don't know if it'll catch on, but I mean, Southern Comfort is in every liquor store in the United States, every liquor store in the world, obviously. Yeah, I wouldn't go 98, but I would say
You give Four Locos high scores. And this stuff is crap. Okay.
Well,
So,
I would
that's
prefer.
that.
I would rather if you didn't bring that up.
You give
I
some
think
of those,
that- I
those
think-
candy,
Yeah,
soda, alcohol things,
yeah.
really good reviews.
Yeah, I really
And
prefer.
your
if
justification is the fact you say they're built out well.
Yeah, I prefer if you
And
didn't bring
you know,
that
and
up.
if we go along the lines of the built well, this one's built pretty darn good.
Yeah, I really prefer
So
if you
I'm
didn't
not trying to
bring that
influence
up.
your score on this. I was just making that observation.
That is a point to bring up that I would have preferred that you didn't bring up. But
I don't think you have anyone else to discuss your scores with you.
yeah, okay.
I like to hear some comments, some feedback on the fact that I'm actually asking about the scores of the things that we know that aren't all that great. But go ahead.
They're not all that great for us, but they might be all that great for certain.
Bowish. Go ahead.
Well, anyway, yeah, they did a really good job. I was about to say, I think their R&D, their research and development for this was really good. I mean, Sazerac must have told Anheuser-Busch, if you put the Southern Comfort name on it, we want it to be really like Southern Comfort.
So let's talk about some of the aspects about this that really get the reason why I gave it a really high score.
I'm gonna say 95 anyway. Go ahead.
The sugar aspect is there in natural form. It's
Not,
not overly sweet.
No.
The tea aspect is there. The peach aspect is there in natural form. I can taste it. It tastes just like if I
Peach.
was eating a peach. You know, the peach is a little different flavor from the skin into the flesh and then closer to the stone. You know, I mean, you kind of get that. You kind of get there's an up and down flavor with it. So, you know, everyone's had a peach tea every now and then. You know, pick it up, you know, fancy little bottles. Look good, try this. You know, it's hot outside, glug, glug, glug. It's not overly sweet. It is sweet, but it's not overly sweet. All the flavors marry together and the alcohol's hidden. So, that's why I gave it a 98. I think they did a real good job with it. And I wasn't expecting to give it a high score.
right, because when I
Taste
pulled,
is
when
just
I when I brought the can out, you were like, "Oh Lord, you know, not this," you know. So, but I mean, we've been through a lot of flavored canned cocktails, and some of them are not that good, you know. So,
Well, some of them you give scores to it. I'm just like, okay, I'm not feeling that score, nor am I tasting that score.
no, but I
But
mean,
that's your own score.
no,
yeah.
because I'm saying that, like, well, some people do want to drink high gravity beer that tastes like Jolly Rancher lemonade, you know, lemon or banana.
Yeah, something that's not balanced and burns and sweet. Some people like this.
Yeah, because people like that. I mean, I never eat Jolly Ranchers. I mean, to me, Jolly Ranchers are burny. They're like harsh. They're like, you know, I never drank those. I mean, I never eat those. But people, you know, got people that's younger. Maybe they grew up on Nickelodeon or Nicktoons, and they say, "Oh yeah, you know, it's really good. Tastes like banana Jolly Rancher." You know. So, I mean, it's for them. But anyway, this is good and kind of balanced, like you said. So, yeah. So, I'm going to say 95, 98. That's a good, fair score, I think.
I'd say if you see it, pick a single up and try it, and just keep in mind that this is a malt beverage that's trying to be a real balance between something that doesn't taste alcoholic, but something that does taste almost along the lines of a mixed cocktail.
Right. And so, chances are you won't see it because it's only being sold in Alabama and Louisiana right now, but I think next year they're going to try to go nationwide. I don't know if it'll make it, but like I said, Southern Comfort is in every liquor store in America.
So the taste profile and the balance that I got from this is if you get a really good bartender, they can make you a really good old fashioned where they muddle it. That's what this tasted. It tasted muddled.
And we still got the Paradise Punch. The Paradise Punch. So y'all go to New Orleans and go to the Sazerac House and take a tour of their cocktail museum. which we did.
We did. That's most excellent.